welcome back, everybody. We are on Zelda Speedruns today for the Ocarina of Time S3 Standard Tournament. Another match here got going today. We have number 22 seed Cola OSU versus number 26 seed Kariossa in losers bracket round 6. Getting a decent ways in the tournament at this point. Joined on comms today by Yoshi-Kyon and Millibug. How are the two of you doing?
I'm good. I'm really excited for this.
I'm really hoping, we should get a good race out of this one.
Yeah, got about a minute to go here. They've gone. Well, I can't even talk at the moment. They've made their way through the losers bracket pretty well. They both fell down pretty early.
Kariossa didn't, I don't think, right?
Round 2 or round 3, wasn't it? Winners when they fell down?
No, Kariossa lost to Bono in the last round.
Yeah, well, shows how much I've been paying attention.
Cola, on the other hand, has won like 4 races in a row in losers.
Well, you can't lose any more, really, when you're in losers, can you?
Well, he just really wanted to play more crappy seeds.
Do we know who rolled this seed?
Who do you think?
Out of curiosity.
Who do you think?
Oh.
Yep. Oh, here we go. 3, 2, and off. And Cola a little slow on the draw today.
And off?
Wake up, Cola.
I mean, personally, I just think that Kairos has won the Tunic battle already, and that's now just been confirmed.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a gorgeous, like, kind of maroon colour. I'm all over this. Cola's just giving him a head start. And they found bombs.
Wait a minute. Are we sure I rolled the seed? This seems too nice.
Early
Did you
bombs.
get bomb bag early? And a 50?
So I know one of the conversations that Cola's been really involved in recently is about opening routes, and there are a lot of options now with a bomb bag.
But there are a lot of options with the amount of rupees they have as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Cola opting to not do early Deku and go straight into the...
He probably wants to hit the South Hyrule Grottos. I mean, this is the best time to do it. You're really not going to be around here much for a while.
Really? No. So it makes sense to, and it makes sense to do it because, with the time of day settings, if they do Deku, they're not going to have time to do. At this point, they have much better time of day management.
So I know one of the things that's come up quite a lot recently is doing the 3 grottos into the cat chain trick to get into the market. Another one that's come up recently is doing all of the grottos and then resetting.
Really?
Yeah, I've started doing that when I get bombs early. Oh, locked bow. All right, there we go. We're off to a good start. Vanilla fucking bow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Just reset. No, Cola's just doing the 1.
Oh, interesting.
Wonder if he plans to do the other 2, maybe after Lon Lon Valley to Lake to get those 2 before resetting back to Kokiri Forest.
Potentially. Karios is doing the early Deku route. I'm not mad about it. You know, you've got so much money. There was the 50 in Mido's house. There was the 20 on the Kokiri Forest sword chest. And Deku Tree is foolish.
Oh, what a perfect placement for that hint.
Well, Rob loses. Now, at this point, do you just wait and hope you come up with Dins and Magic to skip half the damn dungeon?
That would be nice, but it's a short dungeon regardless.
DC Way of the Hero.
Was that 30 was a hook shot?
Greg!
On Cola's side.
Yeah, did anyone catch it? 30 is a hook shot.
Okay, this seems more familiar now.
Oh, this is already great. This is amazing.
Right, we've got a Baron Deku, we've got DC Way of the Hero, we've got a bomb bag, but we're not going to have a hook shot for 30 skulls.
That's an interesting point here. So Kariossa knows that Deku Tree is foolish, but doesn't know about the skulls. Oh, he's
you'll
still coming in here to get one.
But
still-
it's
yeah.
going for the skull.
He'll still get all 3 skulls here. I think.
Oh,
Or
is this just for the nut?
This looks just for the nut.
I don't know if I like that play. Even if I don't,
Taylor's going for his 1 in 32. 1
Even-
in 36. 1 in 32.
even if I don't know that 30 skulls a hook, I always get these 3 skulls. They're right in front of you. You might as well. Especially if you're gonna stop to get these 2. All right, team left, and he gets a half-price deal.
Losers. Left, left, right.
On the ranch. The LLR is always the way. Whenever I do minigame, it's LLRRL, Lon Ranch Router's Letter.
Lon Lon Ranch Router's letter.
How often does that work?
Never. The last time I had to do it was a multi-world where I was BK mode, and it took me about 46 tries.
Well done.
I like how it took you 46 tries to do the 1 in 32.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Well, I didn't see what prize 1 was, but it's clearly not worth it for Cola.
It's a bloopy. It's prize 1.
Oh!
Strength. Oh!
That was a little bit of
Wow.
That's a little bit of a double take there from Cola. Like we're just gonna, nope, I changed my mind. I want that.
As Kariossa goes into face Goma.
So, strength and bomb. Do you think the game wants you to go to DC?
I mean, we definitely haven't seen a Way of the Hero hint for it. And that's our strength.
No, I think the first nut. I think he missed, Alex. I think he was too far away on the stab. I think he just reset.
Right, definitely. It looked like a 1 cycle based on the time.
It
but,
was, yeah. It was definitely a 1 cycle.
Was a medallion.
It was medallion.
Hey, wait a minute. Is this even randoed? Weird egg from Malin. What's going on here?
What?
Okay.
Great hint, game. Great hint.
The
What was
best
the hint? I missed it. I missed it.
outside Ganon's castle is a foolish choice.
That's the best one to get.
That's right up there with Wasteland.
The Little Wasteland, you know, it has a multitude of checks. You know,
Alright.
it's really what you want.
So there's only 8 chances of gold gauntlets required instead of 9 now. Whoopee.
Woo!
Well, Dead Big Goron could be setting Cola up for his frog warp. Yeah, Alex, it's just the fairy. Sorry, someone asked. Who asked that? Brad, it is just the fairy fountain, the skull, if you're playing Skull Sanity, which is not active here.
Also, it's worth noting the double wasteland hint does still exist in the tournament settings.
Yep.
The update, the tournament is still being played on the same version that it started on. The update that came in recently, so that you can't have a foolish hint and a location hint for the same thing, isn't in these settings.
Yeah, I'm never playing 5.1 again. Never.
You mean you don't want to find out that the wasteland has a bloopy after getting the wasteland hint?
I don't want a
That's
damn
foolish.
light arrow way of the hero hint.
Yeah, I mean that's very fair.
So that, yeah.
Of course, if you don't set things right now, you're gonna get the Stone of Agony way on 5.2. Stone of Agony way of the hero. Yeah. Always enable that trick.
Is this rando?
Nice
don't know.
good old vanilla ZL. You just dip straight back into the fairy fountain or not?
Yeah, I'd go straight back into the fairy fountain for that.
I feel like you probably wait until Child 2, but how far away is Child 2?
I think you just do it right before you go adult. Because if you don't, that's one you're going to forget about for a while.
True.
I feel like I'd be on the team of just forget about it for a while and hope it's not relevant.
It's one of my favourite checks to do.
Oh, when it has something, it's so costly to leave behind. Like, it happens so easily, and you just go in and find Vanilla Din's Fire and cry a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Recently it had strength on it for me, like the first strength, and yeah. Find them! Go, Cola! Find them! Find them! One more to go!
See, the rest of the fairy fountains, you're going to be in at some point where you're going to be able to get it. You're never going to go back to Hyrule Castle.
Yeah, I think I wait until Child 2, because then you can, like, walk away from there and not have to run out at the end.
Well, if we see Prelude, that may change a few minds.
Yes.
Mhm.
Speaking of the paperweight.
Stone of Agony. Found it!
So it is interesting, coming up in chat right now, they started with a Forest Medallion, and
Yes.
both of them seem like they're just doing 3-song. I know that's kind of the current meta. Everyone thinks that 3-song is the good consistent route, where early adult is the risk at this point, I think.
I mean, I could see Kariossa. Kariossa knows DC's way of the hero.
Mm-hmm.
I could see doing just the ZL check and then going adult. Just do the one song.
Yeah, you can see that.
Or even just popping in to do the song and then going back to finish off Child. You know, because if you end up with Minuet, if you get Minuet check, then you can already go and do Saria's, you know, like, you can go and do Minuet.
Yeah, I guess if you get Minuet, Saria's, or Requiem, that improves your 3-song route.
Sun Song. I guess you could combo Sun Song into Dampe digging, but that's about it. You could just clear out all of Child Cack and Graveyard in one go.
Yeah. But at this point, Child Cack is basically chickens.
No. You need 30 skulls for a hook. You're going Child Cack at some point.
Yeah, Night Cack, definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Cola actually as well is getting the Sun Song there is going to get a little bit rewarded with the skipping the sword chest earlier, because he can go open that now and then just play Sun Song to get back out.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to put him back at Deku Tree, though.
Yeah, I assume the way you would do it is, would you go up to Lost Woods, or I guess you save reset.
You're going to have to reset your position at some point if you're going to do that.
that's-
Oh, Cola.
Oh.
Well,
Is Color abandoning?
no.
No, he just.
Oh, he's going the front way for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Just enter is on the way through. That would make perfect sense.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
DC Way of the Hero isn't going to hurt you too much by not getting this in. You're going to go to DC, especially those early bombs.
Oh,
Exactly.
thinking on it, for Cola with the Sun Song and the sword chest, actually, this works out really nicely. He can open the sword chest, dip into the house on the way up, play Sun Song to come back out of the house at night and get the skull on the back of it.
Is that not a boomerang skull?
No,
Or can you get it with a jump slash?
the one on the back of the house you can backflip into.
Oh,
You
very
can-
nice.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
use a bomb or swing a stick. Excuse me.
Oh,
Kariossa about to pick up his Zelda's lullaby.
See, I think I'd at least open the map chest there, on the off chance you find the Goron or some shoes. But
I
Pola just passing it up.
probably would as well, actually, thinking on it.
I mean, you're walking.
And
Yeah,
9 rupees. That's the reason I think I would do it. You're at 9 rupees if you're going up to Lost Woods next for the scrubs.
yeah.
Yeah, right on cue. Kariossa buying a shield. Good. Good. And then, yeah, 1 song up to adult, it looks like.
Yep. Rushing that DC way of the hero may pay off, especially if it's a medallion DC. Dead Hand is a Poe bottle. Goron City way of the hero. Lake Hylia way of the hero.
What? Oh, okay.
Well, that early
Interesting
adult
hints.
play is about to get comboed.
Yeah.
Cola didn't actually check the Temple of Time hints.
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he will before he goes adult. Again, not gonna hurt him at the moment, but certainly a bit of a risky play there.
It's just kind of surprising. Even on a 3-song route, you tend to see people dip in there and check those hints just in case you get like a market foolish or something. Although I guess Cola had already picked up. No, because you do that before, won't you?
Water, Spirit, Medallion DC, Jabu. Water, Spirit, and the 3 Child dungeons. Okay.
We've just picked up Nocturne. Is this Stone Shadow? Always finds a way.
Big
Was
pose.
that big pose?
Yes.
It was a bottle.
So Dead Hand has a bottle with a Poe, and Pose has a bottle. Interesting. Well, there's 2 of our bottles.
Ice Cavern. Rush Ice Cavern. You got the bottles. You got the
Well,
bottles.
still need that Rudo's letter.
You'll have 3.
Always Rush Ice.
I kind of really hope the Ruto's letter at this point ends up being hookshot locked, so they have to get to 30 skulls without a bottle.
And you
I
wet.
feel like hookshot and bottle make your skull routing so easy.
Well-
Taking those 2 away and forcing 30 seems quite a bit more fun.
No, we'll either see a bottle or a boomerang here, likely, in the near future.
Mhm. So like Cola's route. Cola didn't do the sword chest.
No.
I'm guessing the hope is for a good warp song from Saria, and failing that, you leave Lost Woods, go do the sword chest, play Sun Song to go back up, and then go to Goron City and into Kakariko from there. That would be my guess, but
It would make sense. Definitely.
I don't know what warp song you get that makes it worth doing.
Ocarina's Prelude.
They are bailed out today. No all dungeons. Well, could be all dungeons, may not be all bosses.
Whole lot of nothing from Dampe as usual.
Still shield grave here to go. That menu is going to be a really nice find after doing Goron City and Crater.
Yep.
I may
So
take.
far
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, so far the rest of this 3-song as well hasn't really led to anything, so it's looking like this 1-song route is paying off big so far.
It is. But we haven't really seen much in adult either.
Well, if I may take a moment to sell out, we do have a sub goal on ZSO. We are somewhat close to 19 subs. Gets a race between myself and some schmuck named Trez. Breath of the Wild Randomizer. So if you're interested in seeing that, we are 19 subs away from hitting that goal. Should be somewhat of an interesting time, given neither of us know crap about speedrunning Breath of the Wild.
That's Epona's song on Storm's chat.
Another bomb bag.
Still no sign of that Way of the Hero.
Nice bomb refill there for Cola, though. So we're looking at Link the Goron, Darunia's Joy, or right or left side of the maze. Oh, I didn't realize you hadn't gotten Hot Rodder yet.
Yeah, same. No. Kariossa, go for the left one. Hit the left redead first and you don't get frozen.
Is it Hot Rod Away the Hero?
Oh boy.
Oh. It is indeed.
Child DC is one of those, you don't go early, you don't go for a while. For Child Goron City. Kariossa may put that one off for a while. Even being Way of the Hero.
I guess it depends on whether or not anything else is in Goron City. If there's something on Link the Goron, Kariossa might just be like, okay, well, that's already done. I don't need to do Child Goron City.
Actually, come to think of it, Cola doesn't know... Cola knows DC Way of the Hero, he doesn't know Goron City or Lake.
Was that Desert Colossus Way of the Hero?
Oh, it was.
Was that there?
Yeah, that's gotta be a song, right? Storms? Requiem?
No, I'm thinking... Bombs and ZL, I'm thinking it might be Colossus Fairy.
Well, it wouldn't be bad. Also, you full clear your way at the heroes. Like, if Kariossa didn't go back to Child Goron City, if he found something in adult, then I would be very surprised.
It's reasonable. I guess it depends on how much you've got open and how much you've found. I think if you find 2 items and you've only got the 1 hint for it, then I would probably not go back at that point. But the odds of finding 2 items in the remaining 2 adult checks.
Well, he only has access to 1. He can't get left side of the maze at the moment.
Right.
Cola having to play it a little safe here through Sacred Forest Meadow.
So what
Health is not looking too happy.
What would be the scariest thing to find in DC right now? Hover boots?
Dins.
Yeah, Dins would be quite terrifying. Yeah, hammer.
Because Dins for spirit key logic.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Dins could still be relevant for just that. I was thinking hover boots normally has the side of oh, it's fine. It's probably just for the fire temple, but oh no, Carrie.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What was the
Oh.
song at Saria's? I missed
Essen-
it. Did anyone
It
see?
was Song of Time.
Ah.
I missed the hints up there, but I saw the Frogs 2 one was dead. I think it was just a recovery heart.
We haven't seen a skull masking, have we?
I don't think so.
And I'm sure we saw 40. Was 40 dead?
40's dead, yeah. And the MT Foolish, I missed that one. Wow. So Cola's route here does kind of make a bit more sense overall. Going through Lost Woods, getting the Sun Song at the end, leaving to do the sword chest. I don't know where Cola goes from here though.
But I feel like it's worked out because of chance in a way.
I think you either go adult or go child cack. He's gonna sun warp to get this last hint over here first.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's already at 6, 7, 8 skulls. You could just go child cack, get 10 skulls out of the way.
Yeah, I feel like
Yep.
leaving Goron City behind until later would have been reasonable, just because, yeah, then you have a convenient way to go through Goron City and go from there down to Kakariko through DMT.
Oh, big Goron sword's a nice find there.
It's a very nice find.
I guess you could go up the river here if you wanted.
No way in, right? Oh, upriver?
I've got,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Go grab that bean for Colossus Way of the Hero. On the off chance you find... If you're gonna go get Composer Grave, if you find Requiem there, you could go plant the bean right now.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of...
Oh, no!
Ooh.
Okay.
Well...
Oh, yeah, you know, we were like... I feel like we were selling this short.
So,
Why settle for one item in DC when it could be 2 or 3? Let's find Hammer Dins and Hovers. Let's go.
Yeah.
yeah, I think you do every hammer check you can before you go to Stonefire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you do. That's Colossus. Not Colossus, that's a Crater Fairy.
Actually, it
That's
lets you
Goron
cle-
City.
yeah, we can clear out Child Goron City now, or Goron City now. Other than Darunia's Joy.
Hmm.
Oh. Ola appears to be going... Oh, he didn't do shooting gallery. Oh,
I
we were
just spent
there
all
were
the
20
rupees on. Huh?
there were 20 chews in DC apparently. I didn't see that.
Nice number of chews.
He's going back for the chew.
Oh,
For the skull.
right. I was like, didn't we see Kariossa get this skull already? No, we saw Kariossa die getting to this skull.
Yeah.
Cola not doing Nightcack?
He may want that song.
That's fair. Well, actually, like, you know, it is, it is, I just had a massive brain fart. It is not, so.
I think the other thing is as well, if you're going to Nightcack for skulls, it's a good idea to make those up to your 30th skull. Because
Yeah.
that way you can immediately pick up the hookshot while you're there and then go adult.
Karios's health does not look happy right now.
Is Kariossa gonna die to King Dodongo?
Speaking of...
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay. Well... Maybe you're hoping it's for fire and not Shadow?
Yoshi, did you jinx this?
I said
that's
hovers,
fine.
but I didn't say
Oh.
hammy.
No, you said dins.
Cub
But-
said dins, I said hovers.
I said Dins.
No.
Yeah.
Which we might still see!
Yep.
And you all missed my seeds, didn't you?
Oh, please don't ruin this with like a hook shot at the end here, please.
And then
Oh,
Vanilla
wouldn't that
Vanilla
be
Bow.
really lovely? But wouldn't it be really lovely if it was a hook shot? Because then you've got like that one, like that concern of is it, which is it?
Here's the thing, we already know one Vanilla Bow. Will we see a second in the forest?
No, please. No.
Oh, Cola.
A second pack of chews.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Cola as well. There's Minuet, nice.
Uh,
Cola's health is
I don't think so, Mel. Hammer only gets you two skulls. Uh-oh. Well.
well.
Uh-huh. That is probably very good for, I guess, both of them to go towards the Cack skulls later as well, because now you have a very good reason to go to Child Cack.
Yes.
Cola?
Oh, Cola.
Well, that's one way to refill your health.
I don't know if I think it would be, if I think that's the best way of doing it.
Is that
I
one
didn't
on
say
one
best, I
death?
just said one.
Okay.
Well, we'll get to see Sunsong Grave here in a moment. I.e. right now. Kariossa is not doing much better here on the other side.
No, he's having a bit of trouble as well with this unhealthy seed.
Yeah, they're 1-on-1 for deaths so far. Don't know if it'll stay that way. Kariossa's route here is really nice though. I like this a lot. Kariossa's gonna go... So Kariossa finished DC, played Minuet, comes down to do Lost Woods, or what can be done as adult, and then will go back to Goron City to clear out the way of the hero there, potentially, into the crater. Like, this is just all very fluid. It all flows really nicely, one thing into the next.
You can actually get the Crater song there with those hovers. Which, if sorry, it could end up being big. Oh no.
And that is.
That might be Cola's frog warp. Nah, you never mind. You have to talk to. No, that could be a frog warp situation.
There's no way where you turn that in to get the frog to warp, right?
Probably not. But hey, we've seen weirder things this tournament. A successful 1 in 32.
Oh god.
Yeah, we have seen successful 1 in 32. I just want Kariossa to find some health. Like, desperately.
I think there was a heart piece in here.
Same, but for very different reasons. Because if Kariossa finds a major item here, it's probably not going back for the iron boots anytime soon.
True.
Alright, yep.
It's a nut, guys!
Now, it makes you wonder, where is Prelude? Or Prelude, Saria. Runia's Joy looking pretty big at the moment.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Requiem. Could be on Ice Cavern. Could be on Burning Cack. Could be on Crater.
I think I wouldn't worry too much about the Runia's Joy right now. They've already got the iron boots, so the way of a hero in Goron City is fulfilled at least.
Well, Cola does, not Kariossa.
Sure, yeah. With that said, Colossus is still way of a hero. And if that's Saria's, then I worry a little bit more.
Vanilla Serenade. Looks like no easy way back to Temple of Time for Child today.
Nope. Gotta walk.
Hey.
The seed wants them to do their daily 10,000 steps.
It'd be so easy to make a social distancing joke here, but too easy.
Polly! God damn it, Polly! Ugh. Why? Polly, why? God, I feel bad just reading that.
Vanilla Bolero as well?
Songs are hard.
So we've
Songs
had
are hard.
Vanilla Bolero, Serenade, and ZL?
Yeah?
Yeah.
That hook shot on 30 skulls would say it's rando, so, I don't know. Well...
Oh, Plando.
We have a fire dip. Stone fire incoming.
Chasing that way of the hero, I guess.
Also, you can't do Plando with Ray Seed, so that one's out.
Oh.
You know, I'm not that mad at this stone fire dip, you know?
This room sucks without magic.
Oh. Also, yeah, I like the dip right now. I think less because of the hammer in DC and more because of what else do you do at this point? You have bottom of the well as the only other option? Really?
I mean, they can have a look in Lake Hylian. They can't do all the checks, admittedly, because they don't have the skulls for the hook shot. But they can have... you know, if where the hero happens to be on fishing. Great.
I mean, you're also banking on it being early fire. There's only so far you can go at the moment. 4 hearts, no bottles.
I guess planting a bean. Zora River to get a pen. I think bottom of the well, Zora River, Lake Hylia sounds like probably the kind of direction you want to go in at this point then?
I think it's starting to make sense to go back.
Well, that's dependent on finding a scale, though. Because if you go to river, you're not going to want to walk all the way through field to get to lake.
True.
It is worth noting as well that Kariossa hasn't actually done 3 song yet.
Yes.
Kariossa's done 1. So I guess in Kariossa's position there is a bit more that you could go and do.
And there's still 10 and 20 skulls. Those could easily have something in the moment.
Yep. Chickens could.
And neither of them did Valley. Though Cola could with Epona. You could just check it as adult. Well... I don't know. 32 seconds I don't think is enough.
I'd like to see him try.
Choose, maybe you can pull that off.
Can do it, but it's...
That's a big maybe.
Yeah. Probably a lot of Ocarina buffering, right?
I could see, if he had Begoron Sword, I could see taking this shot. Choose and BGS might do it, but Master Sword, I don't know.
I don't think it's worth doing it anyway, but yeah.
Well, you're locked out of fire at this point. You got one more check. Not even going to bother with the bomb check. Interesting.
But they are locked. That means that Volvagia has a key.
Well, you're right. Bomb check has to be a key as well as Volvagia.
Right.
Did we look at what was on the crater?
He did, but I couldn't see.
Well, we might get another look at it as he climbs the ladder.
But it is, so maybe that's hammer is not the way of the hero item? I'm just trying to think of other hammer checks, but you know, the...
Hammer rocks.
Hammer rock, oh yeah, hammer rock.
It could be for GTG logic.
Oh god. Or even deeper fire.
Skullmask dead.
Oh, hello, Mirror Shield.
Hello, Mirror Shield. Nice.
So it's also... It's not guaranteed at this point, but it is incredibly likely that Requiem is in the Colossus.
Well, fire's in logic now.
Yeah.
Nice place for that.
And it looks like Kariossa's taking that.
And really not putting it on.
Yeah, I don't need it on just yet.
Absolutely one of the big divergences that we might see. I don't know if Cola will follow through on fire. So yeah, I
guess,
can see a few differences here.
I guess maybe you're praying that it's Hammer Way the hero, not Hovers, and it's not Stone Shadow.
Yeah. By the way, I really like this like violet color.
That is a beautiful tunic. That is really
That is
nice.
the color of my hair. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, both Volvagia and the bomb locked chest are keys.
Also, Melrose brought up a point in chat that I just want to quickly draw attention to here. With the items they've got right now, they're at, like, just under 30 skulls in logic. If they get a slingshot, I think Oh no, I guess the slingshot wouldn't add any on its own, would it, at this point? Because they've already got bombs?
Minuet adds one more.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's a way they can get... They've got 30 in now? Oh. So it's possible that they're meant to get their hook shot at this point, and the hammer is Way of the Hero for skulls. Just for skulls.
Spoonie, that's...
That was a really nice Slovakia fight.
That FPS is showing the emulator itself, not the game. Or the game is playing at 60 FPS. It refreshes every 3 frames.
Mm-hmm.
So that that counter can display whether it's the game or the emulator itself. Hey, you ever want to see something broken as hell? Try playing at 60 FPS. Good God.
So, if I had to guess right now, by the way, the DC Way of the Hero, I would assume, looking at the medallion layout, looking at the songs that we know about, the only songs we don't know at this point are Saria's and Requiem. And we know that Colossus's Way of the Hero and Spirit locks Burning Cack. So it's probably Vanilla Requiem and a key on locked by child side. I would assume that's why Colossus's Way of the Hero, and I would assume that that's why Hover's a Way of the Hero to get there. Which would then mean that Spirit or Saria's would lock the other hookshot.
If there's anything here in Fire, both Hammer and Hovers are required.
Right.
Good God. Yeah, the game physics are based around running at 20 FPS. So it actually breaks everything Link does if you put it at 60.
Karios's health is giving me some slight nerves.
I could just kill these keys. Never mind, the keys are gonna come kill him.
Kariossa wasn't far forward enough.
Again.
You can place that jump so that they don't reach you, but you have to be in exactly the right position for it.
30 skull hook shot and a lot of vanilla, basically.
Oh, I didn't see the Death Mountain Trail. Baron hit. When was that?
That was Sacred Forest Meadow, I want to say.
I thought that was Frogs 2.
I think that was there as well. I think those are the 3.
The one hint I didn't see. Valley and chickens have not been checked. Keep calm and carry on.
Oi.
Oh!
Why do we keep letting Polyganon come back?
I'm wondering why I took this restream all of a sudden.
Have you come across the term Schadenfreude?
One of my friends messaged me the other day with a meme, and they were just like, I don't know if you've seen this before, but you need it. And it's just a really disappointed looking Yoshi saying, but Yoshi was not amused. And I feel like I need that repeatedly on commentary.
See, I'm not sure if it's Schadenfreude or if it's Stockholm Syndrome at this point. With Polly.
Oh my god. Oh, he's got some health back.
Oh, he's bow-locked.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Always sucks getting locked here just before the shortcut chest.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a 10th skull though.
Yeah, with opponent they can check those grottos real quick.
Tektite doesn't really help Kariossa much.
It gives you some knowledge, but that's about it.
Carriers are gonna pick up the other two songs here though, and then probably do Lon Lon into Valley, I'd imagine, right?
I'd hope he'd do Din's Fairy first, or he's not coming back for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I'd almost you buy 2 beans right now. One if you need one for Colossus, a second for Lake.
Yeah, I think so.
That's not a bad call.
Well, looks like Kariossa is coming back for that fairy some other time.
Or not. This is either he's Cola?
Has Cola seen the hint? Oh no, yeah, he's been to Sacred Forest Meadow.
Yeah,
Cola. You already have Bigoron's sword. What else are you looking for?
I wonder if this is just autopilot, came up to get the hint and...
Not the worst thing to find there, to be honest.
Bit of extra health, unhealthy seed otherwise.
It's a very unhealthy seed.
Oh, there! Oh my God!
What?
There we go!
What?
Hovers!
Stone Shadow!
Stone Shadow always finds a way to stick its dick in the seed.
But also, right at the end! They have to do the entire of Shadow.
And that means that 30 is the hard, like, has to be the first hook shot.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I'm thinking we have to see a boomerang here soon.
There was a previous race for Kariossa in this tournament. I don't remember which one it was off the top of my head. Both 30 and 50 had something. And Kariossa didn't pick up one of the hints for the longest time. It was the Gossip Stone next to Big Goron.
Yeah,
Kariossa is gonna have to find a way to start rooting in that hint.
I admittedly missed that one quite often.
I mean, all hints are at least twice, right?
That was Kariossa's first match. It was Kariossa versus Phoenix Feather.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Which Kariossa did come back to win. So...
Oh God, Star with the point. It's Barren Trail. Chances of him going back are even less now. Especially having cleared out Upper Crater.
You've just got to hope the other one is in an awful place.
We just gotta hope that it's not back of Lake Hylia. If it's back of Lake Hylia, then rip.
Cola going for Din's Ferry.
The Hammer Rock outside Gerudo Valley as well. Like, if it's that.
I mean, there is always Hyrule Castle Storm's Grotto.
There's so many they're never getting.
He's already done Slingshot. He did that before he went adult. They are purple. They are both in logic.
One of them isn't. It requires fire to get to the Gossip Stone.
You're right, yes.
Hyrule Castle Fairy only comes out at night. But I assume that that's going to be a walk to Graveyard for damping.
And then you pick up the skulls while you're there, I guess?
It would make sense.
do Dompe digging, turn in 10 skulls, pick up skulls. Maybe, if you're going to do chickens, now's the time.
I mean, you could do well as well.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a bottle yet, but we know that there's a bottle on Dead Hand that has a Big Poe, and we know that Big Poe's is a bottle.
Was the Dead Hand bottle a Big Poe? I thought it was a regular Poe.
It was a Big Poe.
Okay. Slingshot on Dompe.
Nice.
Well...
Yeah, plus doing bottom of the well here, like, I think you probably pick up the skull behind the like out of logic.
I don't know. With the bottle off Dead Hand, that opens beans or bug skulls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess the question is, when is Cola going over to the desert, if at all, anytime soon? Because that's one of those. I'm assuming that'll be Requiem, and that also unlocks at least a skull there as well. Although I guess those aren't in logic either, because no magic to cross.
I'm really interested in what's on 10 skulls right now.
We haven't really had anything of use in CAC, have we? So far.
Adult song was...
The song was Epona's, so not bad.
Nah, you know, that gives them entry. That's the entry for... If Requiem's vanilla, that's how they're gonna get there.
Chubby Panda... Hammer could be Way of the Hero if anything else is in fire.
Yeah, at this point we do know now, though, that the hovers definitely are 100%. The hammer also could be, though.
That or, well, Hammer Rocks is open. Could go check that soon. Maybe go check that after, when you go to Adult Lake.
Makes sense.
I do feel like going over to get the song in the desert soon is probably good, because then you can either find out whether... Well, you can get the Colossus Way of the Hero, presumably it's Requiem, but then you at least get a skull or two there. And with that, you can then also pick up Hammer Rocks on the way, potentially get a skull in Gerudo Fortress on the way.
Kariossa getting his iron boots. I am really, really glad to see that. I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I was very worried that he wouldn't.
It is well a trap today.
Like, where do you even go here if you don't go to bottom of the well?
Kariossa? Oh, he wants the hint.
The wrong one. It's the wrong DMT hint. Oh no.
It looks like Kari might be joining Cola in the well.
Yeah, looks like they might both be rushing that 30 skulls right now.
I ain't mad about that.
EXR with a good point. We don't know 50.
Nope, we don't.
We're only missing 50 in A Way of the Hero, and that's it?
Yes, I believe so.
Excuse me.
Just gonna quickly step away for a sec, back in a bit.
Boomerang on 50. Oh, there's all 3 keys. None of them were bomb locked. I don't think any were ZL locked either. And there's our lens.
The lens?
Didn't Cola blow that up before?
We need to find some magic.
And a boomerang!
Boomerang!
Well, that just made 30 skulls quite a bit easier. You probably get all 3 skulls here at this point.
Yep. Add in the bottle that they'll be able to use.
You can go get all 3 skulls at Lake now too, so probably a good time to head down there.
Check your child where the hero is.
Ah, good point, Sai. Only has 2 keys. But he does have a 4 or 5 skull lead at the moment. Yes, Lowe's. It is in fact a cub seed.
I'm just gonna step away for a second. One moment.
Well, there's our big Poe. Well, this is getting interesting quickly. What do we have hiding in locked pits?
Skull if nothing else.
That'll give 19 for Cola. He nutted too early. Rip. Then Rip Shield for Cola. Nice bomb refill. Always nice. Cola? This is taking longer than equipping the boomerang.
That's style points, though, as far as I'm concerned.
You already lost your shield, so there's no penalty for it at least. I guess a little bit of health, maybe.
The frames. Gotta think about the frames.
Okay, Polly, I actually laughed at that comment.
Hashtag save the frames, kill the animals. The dueling hearts. Oh, and here's 20 for Cola right now.
You said dueling hearts, and that definitely sounds like an Arxis game or something. That's like, I'd expect that to be some like anime fighter.
No, it's the next Kingdom Hearts game. Coming in 10 years.
That, yeah, I would take it.
Well, we have a bottle, but we can't use it right now, so, doesn't really help too much.
So I guess Cola's next stop is to the river.
Has to be.
2 more skulls.
River Domain. I guess you could justify walking South Hyrule at this point to go get those other 2 grottos. We haven't seen South Hyrule Open Grotto.
No, we haven't. There are a lot of Sphere Zero checks that they haven't done.
Guys, Polly's not butt spot. He doesn't respond to no or yes.
Oh no, Kariossa.
You have a shield!
You can't.
Oh, one stick. I didn't see one
yeah.
stick.
Yeah. Oh god, Dead Hand with 1 stick is the worst.
The timing is a giant pain in the ass.
Also, every way I try to think about the skull routing here, I'm ending up, Cola is going to have to go adult. At which point, you don't bother rooting in the skulls, you just turn in the pose and go from there.
Oh. He's making a play for ice. Interesting. Well, with no Serenade... I don't know, you have both Prelude and Bolero. So I'm not sure why plant the bean for ice. Polly, please. He must be making a play for ice later, Toxic. Without the scale, that's the fastest way for ice. 1 bean is for if Colossus is required.
And then 1 for Lake, potentially as a play soon. But you don't have a bottle. Going round to Lake right now feels really bad.
Well, you can get 2 of the skulls.
At this point, I'm now just really happy when they, like, you know, find pieces of heart. Just considering how, like, unhealthy the seed is. And watching them with such low health half the time just gives me some, like... it gives me some stress.
I did not see what that hint was.
No.
Another slingshot. Shadow Way of the Hero.
Way of the Hero?
Wait, but...
Then it's not long shot.
Something else in Shadow. Oh god.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
is
is.
that how it works in 5.1 or is...
Yeah.
That's how it's worked since 4.0. Just no one ever knew.
Yeah. Also, was that 50 as a slingshot?
Well, they have 2. I don't think they're getting another one.
Yeah, I think that
I
one's
mean, I don't know about you, but I would be rushing 50 right now. You know, what's the point in having 1 when you could have 3? Even if you've got 2, you know?
Hold on, what are they even missing at this point? We know they're missing Dens. They're missing Letter.
They need another strength.
Lights? Magic? Okay, I guess there's a bit.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking because we've still got Lake Hylia. Still got Shadow. Huh.
I think Rudo's letter.
Or Lights.
Oh god, 5.1 strikes again. Boomerang was in the well. We believe Requiem is vanilla. No confirmation on that. But we did
Right.
find the lens.
Colossus's Way of the Hero and Spirit Locks the only other song. We're only missing Requiem and Saria's, and Spirit Locks one of them. So odds are you need Requiem for key logic, and that's the Way of the Hero in Colossus.
see what's here in Dome. Cola? Alright, my turn to step away for a moment. I shall return.
I am a little surprised at Cola doing all of the domain checks right now.
I didn't quite catch that.
I'm a little surprised that Cola's doing all of the domain stuff right now, but I guess you're not coming back here anytime soon?
No. Not with that scale.
Reset. Interesting. Cola doesn't currently have an empty bottle, right?
No. No, he doesn't.
Because I was thinking you go for the bean patch. Well, you can pick up 2 in Lost Woods and 1 in Kokiri Forest here really easily.
Mm-hmm. You know, I do think they should have gone for the big pose.
Yeah.
It would take them. It takes a little bit of time, but just like having the empty bottle, the number of skull checks that opens up.
Right, it's like, if you... So you have the Colossus Way of the Hero. I think it's fair to assume it's Requiem, but then you're probably happy going to get Requiem. So I think what I would want to do at this point is go adult, cross the desert to get Requiem, turning in the Po bottle on the way, and then just save quit back afterwards. And go back to child with an empty bottle. And finish off your skull routing.
Oh, Carrie. Wait, it was the grotto hint that was where the hero shadow, right?
Yeah, Carrie did get the grotto, missed the
Okay.
50.
All he's missing out on is the earth-shattering knowledge that 50 is a slingshot. And
that's the
see up
other
there.
Ah. So now Kariossa, if I'm not mistaken, has all except for 1 hint. Just happens to be the long shot.
It's a bit sad, isn't it?
So did I see we found the 50 hint while I was away?
The 50 hint is very important. It is our third slingshot.
I was about to say, if it's Greg, screw it, I'm never getting it.
Whoa, 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 we've already found Greg. How could you forget?
That's how much I care about Greg.
Yeah, while you were away, Kariossa missed the jump to one of the Zora's Domain, Zora River hints, which was the 50 hint. Went and got the one at the top, and it was the other 50 hint.
Of course. When doesn't the game like to do that? I believe that's all our hints then.
Yeah, we have every hint. Kariossa doesn't. I think Cola does.
Kariossa, I don't believe has
The
the
long shot.
Shadow Way of the Hero. Or was that...
Kariossa got that from the Zora River Grotto.
Okay. Well, then he's going to escape not having the other hint.
Yeah,
I just
Kariossa
now
missing
wondering
one.
where the other hint is. Like, where is the other long shot? Well, the long shot will be.
I don't think we're ever going to see it, so... I think we're done seeing hints at this point.
Back of Lake Hylia?
If you're missing one sometimes hint as well, like, you don't rush that. You don't prioritize a sometimes, like a location hint. If it was a Way of the Hero or a Foolish, maybe. Yeah,
It's
probably not going to see it.
It's been. This is a somewhat linear seed thus far.
Yes.
It's really kind of funneling you in one direction. Greg is a terrible meme. It is the strength
Was that
2.
strength?
Yes, it was.
Oh, highly aware of the hero. Okay.
Greg is the single green rupee that's in the item pool.
It's quite frankly the most important item. You need to know if your seed is validated. If you don't find Greg, you have to re-race.
Hashtag let Greg die.
Yep.
I think it's really interesting how like different these runners' routes have been, but yet they've been so similar. Like you know, they were in well at the same time. Kariossa's not going. He's going Gerudo Valley. I approve of this.
I must point out that Cola is sitting at a nice rupee count. We can't see it at the moment, but we will here shortly. Colonel Sanders, ice traps are back in 5.2 in the weekly settings. They're back only as junk items, however. You will not see a progression item appear as an ice trap. Cola, please. You're not adult. You can't catch his hat. Yep, there we are. We have the nice rupee count there.
Nice.
Coming out here just for the one skull. Well, I guess, you can check Valley while you're here, I suppose. Not the worst thing to do.
It just got mentioned in chat, but it is actually possible, isn't it, that all of the bows are locked in Ganon's castle?
No.
We don't need a bow for this seed, up until Ganon. It would require a certain layout in water.
Yeah.
But it is possible that the bows...
The
other bows could be in Ganon's castle.
You couldn't have Boss Key or on Eye Chest or River or both. Or both have small keys.
Yeah.
A stick, I think?
I thought that was about to be a bow.
Oh my!
Wait, what?
Oh.
Well?
What? Oh, that's huge.
That is, you know.
Oh god.
Adult and off to
That's
off to spirit you pop.
That's light trial required for light arrows. Or it's bait.
Something else in Lake Hylia?
Yeah.
It's gotta be, right?
James, who the fuck you think rolled this seed?
And they were both
Oh, there's the other hint.
Oh, Kariossa got it!
Did you see that? Did you see that double check? Like, wait, did I just read that?
Well, the fortunate thing is you get that far in shadow. Well, no, that's gonna keep him from bailing early.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Never punished.
So just like that, is Kariossa in the lead?
I don't think that's a song Kariossa meant to play.
Close.
I think you rush GTG now.
I think you rush that whole branch. You know, spirit is fully clearable.
Right, Kariossa can go from here, turn in the big Poe, go and beat Spirit, and then go back to Child to pick up the remaining skulls to get the hook shot.
Might be able to beat Spirit.
Can't beat Spirit without the hook shot because you can't actually
True.
get to Twin River.
True.
Of course.
You might
So I
might need to go back for Child for Bosky.
Oh, in which case that suddenly makes it way worse. Because if it's not Requiem, you get hard punished for travelling out there immediately. It probably is Requiem, but there's a chance.
I mean, Requiem and Ice Cavern would be pretty bad right now, not gonna lie. Oh no, not Ice Cavern, Burning Cack.
Mhm.
If it's not Requiem, then you have to travel out there, regardless. You have to beat Spirit for Burning Cack.
Can
Right.
it actually be on Burning Cack? Because
Yes.
you need to beat Spirit.
All
It would
five,
mean that
all
yeah,
five
Child
keys
side-
and Boss Key have to be available to adult.
Yeah. It would basically mean that the 2 child side checks would have to be dead. And
Well,
there would have to be a key on adult, at least 1 key on adult side, and then 3 keys between the 2 on adult side, like starting, and the child climb room.
that's
So
not
those
to.
4 checks would have to have 3 keys in.
It's not to say the 2 child could be dead. They could, for all we know, have Rudo's letter or some shit. It just
Right.
can't be keys.
What skull number is this for Cola?
I just saw 23 for Kariossa.
I think this is about 28 for Cola.
Pose is another bottle. Which I assume Cola will turn in right now. Oof, coming up a bit short.
Oof.
Yeah, you just go.
Oh wow.
Ooh, Lon Lon skulls.
I was definitely really surprised. I made a plan though at some point last year, and looking up skulls was one of the things that really caught.
Oh god, I remember that.
That outside Ganon's castle one is in logic with absolutely nothing.
Yes.
And with just magic I get, with like an item to hit it I get, but like
You can hit it with
absolutely
you can hit it with
nothing.
your sword and
Yeah.
backflip.
Yeah.
I don't know why Cola jump slash instead of backflipping, but he had it. I don't think that big Poe bottle can be Way of the Hero. Because it Rudo's letter is still out there, and there's no way for that bottle to lock Rudo's letter.
It could. It could be King Zora.
Where's our other wallet then? In that case. There's a bomb there. There's no way Kariossa goes back into well for the 3 skulls, does he?
Kariossa got one of the skulls in there at least already, I think.
Oh, did he?
Has Kariossa done all of the cack ones?
I think he's just turning in 20 right now.
Oh, is this just the best way for Kariossa to go adult?
Could be.
Some bombs.
Cola resorting to bottle skulls at this point.
I mean, it's not a bad call. Like, there's a load of them they can get.
And I guess you can make graveyard number 30 for a hook shot.
This actually works out. Did Coda already get the Kokiri Forest one?
He got the first one. I think he's going to get the second right now.
No, the in Forest, not Lost Woods.
Yes, he did.
I think he's gonna fall one short then.
No, that was 28 he just got. This should be 29.
I didn't see how many Kariossa just
right.
got.
Kariossa has 27. That might have just been 28 for him.
I thought I read 26 on Coda's side, not 28. I think I misread it.
We'll see here in a moment. No, you're right. That is 27.
So yeah, you can get the one in the graveyard and the one outside Dodongo's cavern.
Bolero.
Yes.
Right, yeah. So you go through Goron City to get to... Oh wait, he didn't get the forest one.
Alright, so you Bolero, get that from the crater, then
You
Nocturne.
don't do the DC one.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Kariossa going back adult.
Carrie has 28.
27
So
or
Carrie can get the
28, I'm
one-
not sure.
Carrie
Kariossa,
can get the one outside of Ganon's castle.
well, let's say he could go for the 2 hammer ones.
Oh yeah. I think this is going to work out fairly nicely for Kariossa. Not just because of the strength, but also because he'll hit 30 while already being adult, so he can immediately just put that hookshot to good use.
Yeah.
Which, with no prelude, having to go back and forth through time is pretty costly right now.
Yeah, he's going for the Bolero, for the hammer skulls. Excuse me. Yeah, they're both going to hit 30 right about the same time. In a minute or two of each other. Climbing this ladder just feels bad.
I guess the other interesting question here is, like, without the prior knowledge, what is Cola's next play? Like, we know it should be Gerudo Valley, but I don't think that's the right play in this position. I don't know what is, though.
The only other thing would be
I
Dipping
think
Forest.
Well, they've got a Pona song.
I-
I would want to go towards Spirit. And
Yeah.
MTG.
And the rest of Lake. Let's not forget that.
Exactly.
We can do everything but shoot the sun.
Can Peak Valley while there as well.
Well, Ola wouldn't be able to... You have to actually go down. You'd have to walk back to GTG. Because you can't save scum away that strength.
Yeah, you'd have to walk. I guess if you go there first, you can take that towards Lake Hylia then.
That'd be a ballsy play going to GTG, no strength, no bow.
Yeah, I don't think GTG is the play. I think it would be you go over to pick up Requiem and check Valley and Lake on the way.
Oh god, I didn't even think about that. Drown yourself with the iron boots. Respawn back in Valley.
I've got hit by Octoroks there a lot before. I've done that one.
You can just get whacked by the boulder if need be.
Yep.
Well, as adult, there's 2 Octoroks down there, so you can just
Yeah.
kind of get hit repeatedly. But then I guess after a point, it would probably be faster to put on the iron boots.
If you have irons, I think it is fast. Well,
It's 8 seconds per heart, right?
take a little damage first and then put on the iron
Yeah.
boots. Yeah, Polly, that was Shadow drowning Spike every chance he could. Also, Rip Pie, not... Pie's chat wouldn't let him kill Goma for 2 hours.
Ouch.
He killed Goma, they would not let him in the Blue Warp, I swear to God, for 75 minutes. Just a solid wall of ice traps and deaths as soon as he walked into Deku Tree. Yes, Pie did the dumb and bet his chat 50 subs. He'd defeat Goma in 2 hours. Never bet with chat and crowd control. Just never do it. It's not worth it.
Amazing. Alrighty, so they are both heading... kinda? Oh, I guess Hyrule Field and towards Lake.
You should do you could do the field check. No, Kariossa already did field. I think they both did field already.
Yeah, well, Cola, they both checked Tech Grotto on the way through here, yeah.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay, Cola is heading to Lake at least. That's one of the ones I wasn't sure about, is because Cola knows there's strength 2 there. But I guess you've planted the bean, you know that that's going to be important. So...
Well, you have hookshot now, so that's not as big.
True,
yeah.
anyway, yeah.
Well!
Is that your bow?
Oh, wow.
Good lord.
But it does look like Cola's on his way as well. So, you know. This also makes GTG fully clearable. Aside from, I believe it is long shot that you need for toilet.
No.
That's just hookshot, yeah.
Just hook shot. Well then,
Yeah,
there we go.
clearable now.
Yeah, long shot is not needed at all in GTG.
For completely clearable for Kariossa at least. Cola's
And
still
soon to
missing
be
strength
for, well, not soon to be for Cola, depending on how long it takes for Cola to do Gerudo balance.
He may not. To be quite honest.
2. He'll peek the crate when he goes over towards Gerudo Fortress. The question is whether or not he sees the waterfall on the way through as well.
If you peek the crate, I think you at least go save in GTG to check the waterfall.
Mm-hmm. I kind of want to know where this third bow is lurking now.
I think it's a pretty good bet that that is the way of the hero bow.
Yeah, absolutely, I think,
Excuse me.
at this point.
Is that his opponent shouting
damn it.
like that?
Zora tunic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, maybe it's not way of the hero bow, and it's damn Zora tunic way of the hero.
Could be?
Filler. We don't have that other wallet. Passing up on Pierre.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have done that. I mean, you don't need it for rooftop, but still.
I guess it only locks fire at this point, so you're basically committing to not going back to fire.
Oh, they did both pick up Pierre?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they both went straight for the beans.
Yeah, Kariossa used the bean to get to the other two and then just walked out.
Yep.
Set part 1 as child, but never did part 2.
Yeah. I understand going fast, but that's a pretty big risk if you ask me.
I think it's reasonable. Like I say, Pierre at this point is literally just the one check and fire at this stage, right?
Yeah, but if you have to come back here, that's bad. Ugly.
And
Automod,
nothing
please.
on Hammer Rocks. Hammer was bait.
Games, you done triggered Automod. GG. I allowed it, you dingus. That was Nightbot with Automod. Alright, Cola picking up Scarecrow.
But considering, is Hammer gonna be the way of the hero?
It still could be for GTG key logic.
True. But I don't think it is for fire anymore.
It's very unlikely that the hammer's way of the hero at this point, I think. Especially knowing that the hovers definitely are. It could still be hammer, it could be something in deep fire, it could be GTG logic, but I think the way of the hero doesn't play into that. It's just how likely are those checks to matter? And the answer is probably not very.
I would agree. So even though Kariossa did commit and follow that Hammer way of the hero, I don't think it was necessarily what he should have done.
Oh, he's not jumping, is he? I thought he might might still do it here.
I think he saves in GTG first.
I think if he's death warping, he could go into the carpenter tent to do it, but
yeah,
no.
I think he's at full health, which makes the death warp a little harder.
I think he's at 5 hearts last I saw.
Oh, I thought I saw him pick up a heart piece. I may be wrong. Okay. Well, it doesn't even have to go to GTG. Just you have to do this part of the fortress anyways. You could just go right after this and respawn here.
Yeah, it's just a bit more
I kind of hope so.
walking around valley.
Well, it depends what Cola does here. If Cola goes straight to... Excuse me. If Cola goes straight to Valley and gets that strength 2 before he heads to Spirit, I think it's still pretty close. Kariossa didn't do Fortress, as far as I know.
It's also worth noting that Cola did see the strength in Lake Hylia, so if he picks up a scale around here, then he has to take a small detour, so he will be behind, but a scale basically puts him... Right now he's losing time, as long as he's not picking up the waterfall. A scale stops that being a time loss at that stage, at least.
I still don't think he's losing time. I don't see Kariossa leaving without doing Fortress.
I
No,
don't either.
absolutely not, no.
It doesn't make sense to.
If you were gonna not do Fortress, you would also not do GTG right now.
Yeah. Shoot the pots first, people.
No, pots last. You do pots on the way back as a backup.
Pots first for life.
Because I like
I
shooting a
just-
target from here. This is where you hit your 1500 on the targets.
Up.
Oh,
Excuse me, what was that? Pots last? What?
Hey, no. That's nothing to do with the strat being bad. It's to do with tone of game.
I beg to differ.
Oh
No.
no!
Leaving himself a chance. Dude, don't.
It's going at such a tight angle for the pots as well.
All right, now it's over. He's wasting at least 2-3 minutes here at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Pots first, guys. This is what
Alright.
we're learning.
No, pots last and just aim better.
Well, there is a key in the hammerlock chest.
Oh?
Third try lucky.
Finally.
Also, just to really hit home there, that was also a piece of heart, so now the death warp is definitely off.
I don't think you death warp at this point if you're going to spirit. You save in GTG. Or you keep the save you have. And scum away horseback archery in the roof. Well, we have 8 keys from Kariossa. Another piece of art.
Of course.
Magic!
Come
Oh,
on.
On beam.
that's big.
Well, there's your spirit access.
Yep. Spirit now and logic.
Conveniently placed.
And 3 items from Go Mode effectively. And one of
Dins.
them at least is in shadow. I'm not counting the long shot, but I am counting Dins. But then we know
Okay.
there's something else in shadow.
Kariossa? What?
Huh?
Okay. I have no idea what that was. Alright, there's all 9 keys. Toilet's an item. Oh, hammer not required. Do we do toilet?
Surely not.
I mean,
Surely not.
Only way you justify it is just to never come back here again.
I think the play is to never come back here again. Even skipping the toilet. I think you've just write it off as, if I'm doing this, it's the last thing I do, but it's probably the last thing my opponent does too.
Choose.
Oh, skipping 1500. And skipping horseback archery in general.
Yeah, that's interesting. Had Sunsong, but didn't go back towards them.
Alright, I'm sorry. You take the time to play Dins here. Crossing the desert at night just sucks.
It's definitely something I used to have trouble with. I feel like you kind of get used to it eventually. But yeah, it's not ideal. They have magic now, so they can at least spin to kind of light it up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, strength 3 is that Rudo bottle. Well, that actually, well. Yeah. Not quite, Star. It could be strength 2. Because that would mean the scale has to be locked behind 2 strengths because chew bowling.
Mm-hmm.
Both scales, excuse me, have to be locked behind 2 strengths.
Yeah, as far as we know right now, any of those strengths could be first, second, or third.
Yeah, they're all open.
Yeah. They're all open. And even though one was locked behind Bomb Tube Bowling, bombs were in my.
Ola picking up the Deku shield because his burned earlier.
Alrighty, check 1 on Colossus is nothing. I think we've just been assuming this is Requiem, right?
Requiem or Saria,
Yes,
yeah.
It's Requiem or Saria. They've picked up a bean though. I mean, obviously can't plant it now, but
I did not see what the arch was.
No. Still no.
Deku nut?
Dead?
bombs.
Or a bomb refill or something, yeah. But either way.
You can get a better look from Mirror Shield chest. Yep, Vanilla Requiem it is.
Vanilla.
And that'll be the way.
SNC Van Rando.
I mean, to be fair, if you're gonna kill yourself at Waterfall, you might just be better using the bombs and Ocarina strategy. Excuse me.
Yeah, at this point, definitely. Do that next to an Octorok and hope you get hit vaguely between bombs.
Hey, 4 vanilla songs this seed. What in the hell?
Mm-hmm. So we are missing light arrows, Ruto's letter, potentially a scale, and Din's.
Yeah, the scale probably isn't necessary. But if Cola finds it, then he doesn't have to go to the waterfall anytime soon.
So we're gonna get a hint for light arrows. So really we're thinking about Rutos and Dins.
And there's
I
something
think it's
in Shadow.
likely. We know that there's long shot in Shadow. We know that there's something else. I mean, I think it's probably going to be Rutos in Shadow. So where is Din?
Yeah, Kariossa saw Strength 3 after he went to Valley.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think this is it for Cola.
I think the most likely thing. I don't know about Shadow. Shadow could easily have light arrows at this point, and then it just becomes a hunt for Ruto's letter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to find an item in Spirit at this point.
No.
Spirit as a whole is
Excuse me.
obviously it doesn't quite play out in practice because of the split between adult and child, but as a whole area, Spirit has the most checks of any dungeon. It's one of the best locations in the game. It would not surprise me if we found either letter or Dins here, and then that locked the other one.
And somehow the first will be locked by the second because of Spirit Key logic. There's Dins.
There's our Din. Just speak of the devil.
Excellent timing for that as well.
What was that about? One of them will lock the other in Spirit?
Oh, somehow that Dins is locked. I don't know how, but somehow that Dins is locked.
Oh, I was thinking more that the Ruto's letter is going to be fire locked, and you need to get the Dins to get the Ruto's letter.
Somehow keys are gonna make that Dins fire locked, and you need fire arrows, which are in Jabu.
Yeah. Oh,
Somehow that's gonna happen.
Somehow it's gonna work. Somehow. I'm just going to step out to get.
Because fuck Spirit Key logic.
I actually, that was the first thing I did when I started doing commentary, was one of my first races I commentated. It was a season 2 match between, oh god, I don't even remember who it was now. But they both followed the logic and I didn't, and both hook shots were in Spirit, and Spirit was way the hero, and I got baited by key logic.
Yeah.
I spent the next 6 hours reading and rereading the Spirit logic guide.
Was there a weekly that was like that too?
There was one recently with both hook shots in the child climb room.
Yes.
No, the one that I had was one of the hook shots was logically locked by magic.
Oh god.
And magic was hook locked.
The other was on Mirror Shield or something, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it was. Both were in Spirit, and one was logically magic locked, and the magic was hook shot locked. So you needed the hook shot to get the magic to get the other hook shot in logic. And I spent the entire seed thinking it was long shot, and then it turned out the last item was just sat in shadow.
Oh god, I remember that now. Yes. Oh. Pretty sure that broke comms. Yeah, I remember the one you're talking about. Oh, Cola taking the child spirit chance.
I guess that makes sense if you don't have strength 2.
Fair.
Doing child spirit seems pretty reasonable to me.
Kariossa?
Huh.
What?
Huh?
I get.
Shadow makes sense.
Unless you
get that.
Unless you somehow think Shadow's gonna put you into go mode. And then you can go mode the rest of Spirit. That's all I can come up with here.
Wait. How many checks did Kariossa not do as adult?
Child Iron Knuckle, and everything on Adult Climb. Maybe he just wants to skip Child Iron Knuckle.
I'm wondering if it's... Because Kariossa didn't have the boss key, right?
No.
So I wonder if it's making the play to come here, get the letter, potentially, and then do Child Spirit while going off to do Jabu? To get the boss key, potentially.
That's a big risk.
I think it's a bold play, but...
I don't know if I agree, to be honest.
Hang on a second. So I've just come back, and we have Kariossa in Shadow, but with no Spirit Medallion.
Yeah, Kariossa...
He bailed in Sunblock Room.
And left.
The only thing I think of is maybe he's just... Okay, that Dins is in logic now. Maybe he's just trying to avoid doing the Child Iron Knuckle.
But that's a big walk away.
And not having to climb up the wall.
I don't get it. Okay, unless you're banking on finding both Light Arrows and Ruto's letter here, and putting yourself into go mode. That could happen.
It's possible, but I don't think it's likely.
Unless for some reason he feels he's way behind. That maybe Cola went Valley early and got that strength. This doesn't feel like a move you make when you're ahead. When you think you're ahead. At least to me.
At the same time, I think... So... Maybe this isn't my place to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway, and people can call me out if I'm, like, horribly wrong here. I think Kariossa is generally seen as quite a, like, erratic player anyway. Someone who makes, you know, a lot of kind of risky decisions, lots of kind of little gambles here and there. So it might just be that this isn't the kind of play that, you know, we would make. But Kariossa probably, well, possibly would do this pretty much every race, like, comfortably.
I personally, I just don't see it.
As far as the issue with Shadow, I think having to go back to Spirit later is awkward. It probably doesn't make a difference. You're doing both either way, so it's the walk back through Spirit afterwards as opposed to... I don't know.
I guess he knows that he's got to do the entire of Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And if we know that it's where the hero, it's going to be full cleared. If he finds lights and or Rutos, then it means that he can go into Spirit and not bother full clearing it. So
I feel
actually,
like
I don't
it would have to be
mind
both, right?
Yeah.
It would have to be both
it would
lights
have
and
to be
letter.
both in order for it to be worth it. But you know, you could go mode.
I think, yeah. I think overall, like, honestly, I don't think it makes a big difference going to Shadow there. I personally think I would have probably cleared Spirit at the time, rather than having to go back later.
Absolutely.
But I think the time difference is marginal. The amount of time you lose going back into Spirit, you gain back with the long shot going up the wall, so whatever.
I think it feels maybe it feels worse of a play than it is. It just feels weird, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I think it feels worse than it is to kind of jump between locations.
I think that's legit. I just don't think that it's that bad.
No, I'm not.
I think I can see why. The being able to go mode Shadow, go mode Spirit would be incredibly useful. So I can understand. I think like the way that it's happened with the placement of like I think for me to find Dins there, I would just finish Spirit. Like that's the play that I would make. But I can understand why potentially you might bail for the opportunity to go mode it later on.
I think the argument for staying in Spirit is that you're going to have to clear Spirit at some point anyway. You don't have your boss key yet. So, yes, if you find your letter or whatever here, you can go mode the dungeons as you go through. But if you don't find...
Cole is doing chickens at 2 hours. I'm sorry. Had to break in with that.
Oh, God. But, right now, if you find letter in Shadow, you probably go and do Child Spirit and Jabu before you go back to Spirit. At which point, I'd want to have done those adult checks to know if you have to do Child Side Spirit. I think that's the difference for me, is knowing whether you need to do Child Spirit or not.
I guess, to me, this feels like a play you make if you think you're behind. To me, it doesn't feel like a play you make if you think you're ahead. And maybe that's just the way I look at it versus the way he looks at it.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if that might be a style thing. I will be the first person to say that the races I've seen of Kariossa's, there's been a lot of plays that I don't understand, but it's clearly working wonders for him, so I'm not going to question it too much.
I wouldn't put it past Trez to make that the April Fool's joke, Huaro.
Just go to Gerudo Valley, Cola.
I don't see him doing it. If he was gonna do it, he would have checked Waterfall when he was there as adult. At this point, you don't go for Waterfall just for Waterfall as child.
Yeah, I know. Aren't you gonna come through with the scale?
Which, to be honest, I don't see why he checked the box heart piece if he was gonna skip Waterfall.
I guess it's fast to check that one, but yeah, the waterfall is long gone at this point.
Waterfall is the strength that led to Dins. Alright, it is leg day for Kariossa with them iron boots.
Oh, it's happening.
It is about Cola's only shot at this point. Or Rudo's letter in Forest or something.
Yeah, leading to... It would have to be a buried away letter.
No free hugs!
It'd have to be a buried away letter leading Scale to get the strength.
At this point.
Never mind.
Never mind, it's over. Yeah. Yeah, that's
it's
100%,
over.
like 100% game. We don't know where the light arrows are, but
we'll find out.
Doesn't really matter because Kariossa's going to get the hint and not care.
Unless... If there's a scale here on Chess Game, and light arrows are in Light Trial, that's the only chance I see for Cola right now.
Okay, yeah, I guess if the light arrow hint is in my castle, then maybe.
But at the same time, what are the chances that Cola's going to last location water?
That's, yeah.
Also true, yeah. And even then it's almost 50-50.
Rudo's letter was on the chest for killing the Re-Dead, or the Gibdos. And certainly nothing there. I didn't even see what it was on Chess Game, but
It was a heart container.
And we're still over on 5.1, so it might have been the double defense. We don't have the fancy new model anymore.
Mm.
I love that. That's probably like my favorite change.
Container.
That's probably like my favorite change is that like the double defense model in 5.2 is beautiful. Love it.
Mm-hmm. I've picked up so many heart containers on the off chance.
yeah, there was a key on Child Side Spirit, so Requiem is way of the hero there.
Coda going back to adult?
He's got to be going Forest.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe not.
Or is he going fire?
Fire.
Okay. Fire and Forest, probably about the same strength at this point, right?
Yeah. Because he hasn't done any of Fire, I believe.
Right.
No, this is his first trip to fire.
So, with Kariossa getting his long shot, I guess we can open up a bet for light arrows.
Got about
And there is our long shot.
3 potentially go mode dungeons to before we find out. Unless it shows up in one of them.
I don't know about leaving right there. I gotta be honest.
I think you have to. I think there's one check left, which is a ridiculously slow check.
But if it's there,
yeah, it would feel bad. But the odds of it being that one with everything left are how many checks do we think are left in the game right now?
70, 80 maybe.
So it's roughly a 1 in 70 or 80 that it's there. Doing Child Side Spirit first.
I mean, the only places that we haven't seen are Forest Temple, Ice Cavern, Jabu Jabu,
Maybe
End of Shadow.
Maybe you're
Spirit,
hoping.
and
Maybe you're
Water.
hoping for a scale for Jabu access.
Yeah.
I didn't see if anyone already bet this, but
But also he thinks that he knows that Requiem's with here.
Well, he'll probably bail after the Hylian shield then. Because if for some reason Chow Climb is required, you just do that as adult.
he'll go through, get the 2 in the hopes that the boss key's there. See that it was just for key logic and leave to go do Jabu, I guess. Not that he has a great way to get to Jabu.
Well, never mind. We are going to see the other key.
Yeah, for all that Kariossa knows, it might be the boss key.
Huh?
That's not the song you want to play here, right?
Unless you're just autopiloting because you're used to having a scale.
Oh? Is that the fast? Is this the fastest way to the river?
I
I would have assumed Nocturne.
would think
Hmm.
Nocturne or well, no Prelude, but Nocturne or Prelude are about the same.
Yeah. Yeah, with no Serenade, no Prelude. I feel like Nocturne out of Spirit would have been best, but honestly, it's again probably a marginal. Actually, for everyone's been doing timings in strat discussion lately. That's something I would want to see: is different routes to get to Zora River.
Yeah, shield doesn't really matter for Jabu. You don't need a shield at all there. Is this fast?
No, it's all the jump slashes.
I don't know, this just doesn't feel faster, I'll be honest. It might be. Well, give it an hour, somebody will have that timing video up.
I think if it wasn't from Spirit, this probably would have been faster. But the fact that it was warp out of Spirit, then save quit, I think that makes it probably slower.
Probably checking Frogs 1 while he's here. Or I don't remember if he did that already. I guess
I
he
think
did.
he has.
Okay.
I believe it was a gold rupee.
Songs
I
are
just love
hard.
it when you see the couple of mistakes and then the next one is played really slowly just to make sure.
Songs are hard.
I was on comms for one of Cola's previous matches, and in the first like 40 minutes, he'd played songs wrong like 5 or 6 times, so he got a counter up on screen. So this is the true showdown here. They're both just like struggling with songs over here.
Kariossa never turned in the big Poe.
Oh,
Okay. Even at 30 skulls, I think that's the first thing I do going adult. Just to free that bottle up if you need Ice Cavern.
Yeah.
I guess if you're going to Ice Cavern, you could do it on the way there.
Gav, it'd be Strength 2 in the waterfall, and Kariossa doing it before going to Way of the Hero Lake.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it's like though, that one time, you check Gerudo Valley every single seed, you do it really early and it never has anything for you, or even worse, you then find a hint that says it's barren. And the one time you skip it.
It's interesting as well because we were talking so much about, oh, do they go adult and turn in the big Poe so they can free up the bottle and get these skulls? Cariossa's route didn't free up that bottle, so he had to go quite out the way for a couple of skulls, including the one in Gerudo Valley, which kind of led him into that route. And it's like Cola picked kind of a middle ground, like emptied the bottle quite late. If Cola had emptied the bottle earlier, then maybe Gerudo Valley is worth it because you get 2 skulls there instead of 1. If Cola hadn't emptied the bottle, maybe Gerudo Valley's worth it because you need to pick up that skull on the way through. As it was, the kind of middle ground meant you've no reason to go there. Also, I do not doubt for a second at this point, because it's kind of the habit anyway that everyone feels like they're behind all the time. But Cola especially always says like, "Oh, I thought this bit was good, and then this was bad, and this was bad, and this was bad." Cola will definitely feel behind right now.
I don't think you can fault any of his plays. It's just rando gonna rando.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I think we can say with a lot of confidence, there's the scale.
Do you leave?
But also that they've played incredibly well, both of these runners. And they've given
Oh, yeah.
us a good show.
So yeah, Cola's gonna open the shortcut here, and then leave.
I swear to God, if light arrows are in Ganon's castle.
Oh my god. Because that's the thing, even with the difference here, if they're in fire, that's not enough. The lead that Cola has in fire is nowhere near enough.
If light arrows are anywhere but inside light trial, this is over. That's the one shot Cola has right now.
Unless light arrows are on Bongo Bongo and Cola full clears Shadow when he goes.
That's not even going back through isn't enough time.
Yeah, if you consider the lead that Kariossa has right now, that includes all of Shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he would then have to go back through the whole of Shadow again.
And then
Yeah.
Cola would have to do Spirit. Well, he would.
Basically, it would be, if you assume that like Cola does Shadow in one sweep, that's even, it's not the same time, but if you assume that's the same amount of time as it would take Kariossa to go through to get the light arrows, then you write that off for both of them. They both have to do it. You write off the rest of, all of Water, the rest of Jabu. Kariossa has most of Spirit ahead, or some of Spirit ahead, and a bit of Jabu ahead already.
But Kariossa would be going through Shadow twice.
Sure, but has already done part of it, so it's
It's
just it's not
maybe
really a
5 minutes to get down there, maybe, or at least
It would
5 minutes to boat.
The amount of time that Kariossa would lose has already gone. It's already been and gone, and that's still counted into that lead, basically.
Yeah, for Cola, this is going to be his strength too.
Does Carrie know that Strength 3 is on Rutos?
Yes.
Yeah. When they're after Gerudo Valley.
Because you're still planting the bean at that point.
Then I don't see how having Strength on Light Trial helps Cola.
It depends where the second scale is. Because
even then, yeah, I think it's Cola's best shot. I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, I don't see Kariossa going back to fire, looking for a scale. But it depends where the second one is.
Yeah, I agree, but at the same time, I also think Kariossa goes back to fire. Cola goes to the waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a decent shot second scales in Ganon's castle, and Kariossa is going to run into it. If it's light arrows and light trial.
Though in other news, we found the butter knife in Jabu.
Makes that stick count a little more manageable.
Oh god, Hammer's still potential way of the hero. Take all that back, he may go straight to fire.
Oh, true.
Oh god! Second scale in light trial.
It's possible.
Oh good lord.
Okay, so I am prepared to show some awkwardness here. But why would gold scale matter?
Gold doesn't matter.
It's more that Kariossa, if the other one's in light trial, Kariossa has to get the one in fire. There's no other option.
Or if the other one's further up in fire somehow.
Oh, yeah.
For light arrows in
Light trial.
light arrows in light
If
trial.
light arrows in
Okay.
Or just Navi dive forehead. Nothing wrong with that.
So yeah, Cola currently kind of playing catch up on Kariossa at this point. We've seen most of Spirit, not all of it. So we might get some new stuff on Cola's side here. Kariossa, meanwhile, is basically in go mode.
No, Kariossa bailed to go to Shadow first. And as luck would have it, is likely going to be able to go mode the rest of Spirit. Ah, too early. Good job getting it there on the cycle. It's so easy to just get in a cycle there of throwing the boomerang too early once you do it once.
Mm-hmm. It takes so long to come back out as well once you've done it once.
Breathe.
Here, have a bloopy. It can't be Vanilla Lax, can it?
I mean,
I mean, what are the odds?
See, this is that awkward, like, rando moment now where it's, we assume we've got 70-ish checks left. Every one is just a 1 in whatever, like a 1 in 70 10.
I think it's much less. I think it's much less than 70. We've got most of 5. There's, what, 2?
Probably about,
3 more in fire. There's Forest, Ganon's Castle, 4 in Ice Cavern. 1 more in Zora's Fountain, or 2 more in Zora's Fountain.
King
The
Zora.
few checks in Spirit that haven't been done. Water Temple and Lax.
Probably around 40 or 50 then, I guess, yeah.
I think it's less. I think it's about 30. What Water Temple is?
No, because you have...
Water's 4.
Water's 11.
Water's 11. Is
Forest...
that including...
Oh, I wasn't counting keys.
Yeah, Water's 11. Forest is...
Is Water
12.
11 including... Is Water 11 including keys or not?
Yes.
Yes.
You have to include... If you're
four
talking
outright.
total checks, you have to include the keys.
Okay, we're doing. I mean, I was talking relevant checks. As in potential blight arrow locations, because that removes quite a few.
All right.
Yeah, I guess.
When Kariossa goes adult, I'm gonna cut off the bet. So get those bets in for light arrows here soon.
I think as far as relevant checks go, we're probably on about 30. Sounds about right. 30 to 40.
Yeah. 1 in shadow.
There's 4 in
On-
water, 6 in forest, I want to say. I always mix up forest and fire.
7
1
in
is 6,
forest.
1 is 7.
7
Okay.
in forest.
And then we've got 3 more in fire, but I wasn't counting keys, so I don't know how many of those are.
Yeah.
Ice Caverns 4. There's 2
yeah.
more in
2 outside plus King's Aura, so another one there.
Bongo Bongo.
9 in Ganon's castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple in Spirit still.
All right, last chance. 3, 2, 1, closed.
Just a bit of
Well,
extra protection.
Zelda. Zelda, are you trying to tell us something, Zelda? I mean, that was Zelda giving Link the condom, okay?
Us on. Just leading us on, you.
Kariossa?
I think Kariossa is riding Epona over to water, right?
I guess.
I'm a little surprised because I thought it would be Spirit and then reverse and jump down, but...
No, Spirit and then go get... Oh, no, Serenade's an ice cavern. Never mind.
Yeah.
I guess this makes sense then, because then you can warp after water.
Yeah. I don't know if it makes that much of a difference which way round this is done. I don't know which is faster, honestly, out of reversing and jumping into Lake Hylia and...
But also thinking about how...
I think this is faster,
like,
but I don't think it's by much.
It's probably faster, but also, I get in Kariossa's eyes, it's probably every second counts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd say significantly, but I do think it is faster.
Looking at it, yeah, it definitely looks faster. Like, most of the time is actually leaving and calling Epona. I got off the horse very early there. Just want to drown Epona under the lake.
Hashtag kill opponent 2020.
Excuse me?
I can't be the only one who does that going to Water Temple, right? Who, like, rides Epona in up to the entrance, like, right up to the entrance. And so when the lake fills, when you beat water, Epona should just still be sat in the water.
Epona's worst horse, fight me.
I mean, Epona is worse than Max, but, I got...
Send Epona to the glue factory.
That's rude.
Oh. We are searching for a boss key in water. And that ain't it. Longshot is the Shadow Floor Master, all the way at the end of the maze.
Yeah, thankfully hinted, so Cola will know to go there next, but is yeah, has all of Shadow to do to get there.
Is this the underwater version of the Mad Shield flicks? You know, if Longshot wasn't hinted, as deep as you get Rudos, I think you pull the block and then bail. And then
Yeah, probably.
come back to Shadow. Probably is one of the first things you do.
Either that or you just commit to finishing it up or close to at that point,
Yeah.
and once you get the long shot, you're like, oh, I'm only missing one item now. Okay, now I can maybe bail. But
I don't know, because if you don't
you end
pull
up
the
in
block,
the position you're in here. Yeah.
I don't think if you go to the maze, I don't think you pull the block. We're being raided by ZeldaSpeedRuns 2. Welcome in, all.
Welcome in,
Hello, hello.
Raiders.
And there's our boss key.
Ooh. So Kariossa straight out. Cola is gonna be even on medallions for all of about 5 minutes.
I didn't even think that long. Excuse me. I beg to differ, sir. You can't be a boss unless you pay people. Did Cola even look at what was on Twin Rova?
Nothing that we want.
You wish, nerd. You wish.
Speaking of being owned, my mum used to say that she'd put me up for sale on eBay for 20p, and then said that people would return me because I wasn't worth it.
Good.
So,
Ow.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm hoping that that's an April Fool's joke. Jeez. That's awful.
I mean, she never did sell me on eBay, so you know, like.
Good lord.
Could be worse, I guess. Yeah.
I said I don't know if it's worse if that's true or fake.
But
that's
also
that's
10
just
years
very British
later-
parenting, isn't it?
It's very British parenting. It's very British parenting. It's that and beat you with a stick.
But only 20 pounds? Good God.
No, 20p.
Oh God, 20 pence. Yikes.
Yeah. This is not in 2020, eBay 2020. This is eBay a very, very long time. It's not Freddo. You can't buy a Freddo with 20p. Because they're like 25.
Plus
It's
tax.
20 cents. No, we don't have tax. Well, we do, but like, it's already included in the price.
Good old fat tax. No, pound is still stronger than dollar. Last I checked.
Like 30 cents, maybe? I'm pretty sure Freddo's a 25.
All right, now I'm curious. Pound is about $1.25. So yeah, it would be right about 25 cents.
I think you broke Melrose with the price of Freddos.
Well, in an article from the 25th of January 2019, Freddos were being sold for 25p. Freddo is what we have judged the economy on for the last
Freddos.
Several years.
So Freddos are, to explain to everyone in chat, Freddos are basically like a chocolate caramel.
No, they're solid chocolate. Caramel ones are different.
Oh, okay.
Freddos
sorry.
are a solid.
It's been years since I had one
chocolate.
because they're like 25p now, so it's not worth it.
It's fair. That's legit. I think they are still worth it. So Freddos are like solid chocolate frogs, but like the frog is a bit weird. And when I was a child, you could buy a Freddo for 10p.
Freddos are 10p, right?
Yeah, and now Freddos are like 25p.
They are the definitive like benchmark for the UK economy at this point. It's like you judge inflation by how much Freddos now cost.
Yep, 100%.
Now it sounds like a solid chocolate Cadbury egg.
So at the time that my mother made these things, like made this statement, you know, I was worth maybe 2 Freddos, and I think that's a pretty good deal, personally.
Whereas now you're like 4/5 of a Freddo.
Yep.
Like a Freddo without the head.
Yep. But I mean, she now says that I turned out alright, and I do not disagree with her. Yes, definitely Freddo. I don't think Kariossa has the boss key as of yet.
No, I think it was quite deep, right?
I don't know.
And I can't
He
remember
just
where it
skipped
was.
all of adult side spirit.
I think I've definitely got gone up in value over the years as well.
Well, I guess you can skip adult side, lower the platform, and then go do it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
I was going to ask everyone like best and worst chocolates now, but we probably have completely different ones, don't we? I feel like someone's going to answer with some chocolate bar that I've just like never heard of in my life.
Ghirardelli.
I bet I can't even find a chomp at this point. Instead, it's in like a selection.
So I take that back. Dove is pretty good.
Wait, sorry?
Dove chocolate.
I don't know what that is.
You said Dove and I thought of soap.
I worked in a supermarket for 13 years. I lived on the post-holiday candy scales, okay? Those chocolate bars in the shape of the fake dollar bills. Oh god, it's 50, 75 cents each. I'd grab like 20.
Is it the same brand
No.
that makes the
No,
soap and the chocolate?
Dove is a Nestle product as far as I know. Soap is Procter & Gamble.
Okay.
The Dove is like those big giant hearts you see for Valentine's Day. Like the oversized ones. But I prefer the little milk chocolates.
I don't know if that's a thing here.
I mean, it's America. Everything's giant and oversized. Are you really surprised?
Did America get the like bad Toblerones as well?
Having
they,
never
like-
had a Toblerone, I can't answer that question.
White chocolate Toblerones are everything.
Toblerones used to be amazing, and then they like took out half the sections of them. So like where the Toblerone, it sticks up and then it dips down, and then it does it again. It's like the peaks.
Yeah.
They took out like every other one, so it's like it dips and then there's like a flat section, and then it dips again and it's a flat section, and it's just not as good anymore.
I don't think we have that. What?
That was like a big thing they did a couple years back. Did they change back? Okay, I missed that part.
I had a Toblerone, like a mini Toblerone on Saturday.
I stopped buying them when they did that because I felt bad paying the same amount for like half the chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, we already do that here in America, so I don't know the issue. Incoherent, please.
Kariossa on his Troll Rover 5.
Oh yeah, we'll actually have an answer to where the light arrows are soon.
I'm still betting on my castle.
I put my bet in. I don't think anyone else bet it, but I didn't really. I don't
What
know.
was your bet?
The Wasteland.
But is it, wait, oh.
I bet
we
Water
don't know
Trial,
this.
actually.
I did not bet because I don't like to be wrong.
I bet the fake out.
I have to call out the big Toblerone comment in chat. Have any of you ever seen what is it called? Neo Yokio?
No.
It's
Seen
like
what? Sorry.
it's like The Room, but as an anime, and the main character is Jaden Smith. It's so bad and I love it. It's awful.
What?
It's like one of the worst things. It's only 3 episodes. It's one of the worst things I've ever seen. I 100% recommend it. It's like it's got a really good cast and a really awful script. It's beautiful. Sorry, one of the scenes is a giant Toblerone. It involves a giant Toblerone, and that's why I had to go on that tangent.
We don't get all the we only get like mint, white chocolate, and I think that we get a couple. We don't get many Kit Kat flavors. It's Japan that has like.
Yeah, I think the orange one as well.
Potentially.
But yeah, we always get the boring ones. It's the same with drinks. I always see. So I used to drink like loads of Dr. Pepper, and people are always like, "Oh, do you like this flavor or this flavor or this flavor?" I'm like, there are no different flavors. There is just the one here.
No, we have cherry.
I've never seen it. You get cherry Coke, but not Dr. Pepper.
You get cherry Dr. Pepper. I've seen it.
Oh, I've never seen that. Damn.
I have to say, I'm just a tango girl.
I moved on to Monster, and that's not a good direction.
I remember weaning myself off 4 for £1 energy drinks from Asda at the end of my dissertation.
Oh,
And
God.
that is not an experience I ever want to repeat.
Yeah, I think during my dissertation time, I was on about 6 cans of Monster a day. I've cut it down now to about 2, maybe 3. But yeah.
That's progress. So Cola did not check. So we know where the locations of all 3 strengths. We have one in Bombtree Bowling, one on Router's Letter, and one in the waterfall at Gerudo Valley, which Cola never checked. And spent a long time looking for a scale to find to be able to get the one on Router's Letter check. And that is the story.
Oh, nobody told you Yoshi's the Bionic Man?
I just live off caffeine. I tried to cut out caffeine for a while, and I got about 7 months, and then I just got to a point where I was like, I just need caffeine. Like, I need something. Sat with like a couple of friends at home, just talking. I was like, no, I'm sorry, we're going to the shop. I need an energy drink. I need something.
I actually do not consume any caffeine at all.
How do you survive?
No tea, no coffee. I don't drink Coke. I don't drink
God.
energy drink.
You wouldn't have anything to drink in America. Well, Cola going for Bongo.
Blank, you're absolutely right. Yoshi, she's just not human. That's why she can have that many cans.
I think they meant you. So, not having caffeine is like inhumane.
Sorry. I guess I'm just not human.
Alright, here we go.
I've always just like lived off caffeine so much.
No forwards win, so gonna be a trip back up the castle.
God, yeah.
GTG toilet! Toilet!
Just for that final kick at the end of the scene,
Good
you know?
God.
It wasn't bad enough all the way through.
Kariossa? You can warp from there.
Okay.
Okay. If Cola checked toilet, he would have lost by 20 minutes instead of a half hour. Still have to do all of Shadow, or all of Jabu, and 3 or 4 checks in water.
Although, for what it's worth, if Cola had done toilet earlier, would have also bailed, or been in basically in go mode at the letter. Would have had to go through, pick up the long shot, and then leave.
Did anyone bet toilet? I mean, I'm pretty sure I said it would make sense to check the toilet. I just didn't bet it.
I'll look here in a moment. Oh, let's at least see the light arrows before we check a winner.
Yeah, this is where it turns out they both just, like, accidentally missed a check. And it's just sat in the like room in a corner.
Derp.
No, I saw Cola go back for it when he had second strength.
Did Cola?
He did.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with the plays Cola has made.
No, there's absolutely
Yeah.
nothing wrong.
That's
No.
just rando being rando. Alright,
I
okay.
do think it's a bit sad to miss out on a check that's sphere 0.
Alright, Gav, you have a point.
There is stuff that we can call out, but it wasn't stuff that decided the race.
Yeah. Kariossa definitely won this rather than Cola losing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a fair point.
That horse noise. That horse noise, though.
That's a fair point for about the hints.
Yeah.
Lake Way of the Hero.
Lake Way of the Hero would have pushed him to do Gerudo Valley.
But then he still did Gerudo Valley quite early. He just did it from Kokiri Forest into the grottos into Lake.
But he only checked the box heart piece. If you go as child, you check them both.
Oh no, I'm saying they both went to Lake as child at roughly the same time. The only difference was they both did the field grottos. Oh,
Kariossa trying to give time back.
Yeah, they both did the field grottos, and then from there, Cola went straight into the lake, while Kariossa went round to Gerudo Valley.
Yes, you're right.
So I don't think it would have changed. I think the way it would have played out would be exactly the same. Cola's lake push happened at a point where it was from Kokiri Forest, not from just like conscious choice to skip Valley at that point.
You know, it's funny. I always bet toilet, and the one time I don't bet toilet.
Yeah, all things considered, this has actually been quite a generous seed. No ice cavern, no forest, didn't need to do fire. You could skip quite a lot here. Just, you know, you had to do Gerudo Valley on the way. And read the hints at...
And there they are.
So our bet winner, Leprechaun 421, with the correct answer. Some random shit no one ever checks. And the non-subs, we have Schultz. And there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to pronounce this name. A couple people bet toilet, though. I unselect piece of shit. Oh, fuck you, bot. There. Like I said, no way in hell I can pronounce that, but,
Aeneirus?
I assume it's just Nehru, right? Like Nehru's?
Yeah, Aeneirus.
Yeah.
Ayo!
no. Fuck it, I'm not changing the way to hero at this point. Deal with it.
Yo, future rando option, split iron boots and hover boots into separate boots. You have to find both before they're usable.
Why would you do that? Why would you make that change?
Hey, the last time I suggested something for a rando setting, it was, why can't we just shuffle the beans as one pack? And, well...
But why can't we? But the hover boots is like the literal opposite. You were like, yeah, it's fine. Like, put all the beans together, shuffle them in as one pack, and now you're like, just split the hover boots up.
just
And while you're
as
at
an
it, do
option.
the iron boots too.
It's an option. You select whether you want split boots.
Well, irons you'd sync with one iron boot. You wouldn't hover with one hover boot.
Ah, that's true. Hmm.
I don't like how chat is trying to make this a good idea. You know, as you know, don't sync. You just go slower and.
I mean, Millie, I don't know what else you expect from chat.
I didn't expect chat to be so diabolical.
You clearly haven't been paying attention. This is CSR after all.
I tried to ignore chat.
you put on one hover boot and one iron boot, and you just like sink slightly below the surface, but no lower, because the hover boot is trying to stay on the surface.
But what happens then if you go over a gap or something that you would expect the hover boots to be able to hold you up? Oh, thanks, chat. We love you. To be fair, most of the stuff I say is trash, so I don't, and you know, I'm not surprised that you decide to ignore me.
So Cola closing out here with the really nice Morpher kill against the door, at least.
Oh, the fancy one?
Yeah. And that's but isn't that like a frame perfect trick?
I don't know
Like
if
you
it's
get
frame-
one shot at it.
Yeah, you have to grab Morpher as soon as you enter, and then pin it basically in the doorway. It's super precise at the very least.
Okay, I think we're going a bit far at this point. I already had to mute suggestions in the Discord today. Alright, I don't need to mute Twitch chat too.
Dare I ask?
And Kari is on to Gap.
It's April 1st. That's enough said.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, okay.
Did Ola actually save?
I really hope.
Okay, they did. He did. I didn't remember him saving.
And we're about to see the final blow.
Alright.
Gigi's ready.
Cornbin with the 5-pack of gift subs. Thank you very much, sir.
I believe that was because you bet 5 subs that Cola would win. Did I see that earlier on?
I think so, yeah, I think that was that.
You're now 15 subs away from that Breath of the Wild rando race between Trez and myself.
You are a man of your word. And GG's.
GG to
Cola
Cola.
has finished.
To Kariossa,
with,
excuse me.
Sorry, Carrie has won with a time of 2:57.10.
Oh my god, that's loud.
Oh.
Alright, we'll bring Kariossa in for an interview. And we are joined by Kariossa. GG. Congratulations.
Thanks, hello.
Hello,
Hello,
GG's. Congrats. How did you find the seat?
I think the seed was good, actually. Except the light arrow in BTG, but...
Yeah.
There was a point on our end where we thought this seed looked kind of worrying for you because we saw Cola pick up a hint in a Barren Death Mountain trail that you'd missed, which was the long shot one.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Cola.
GG, Cola. The, the forfeit is coming up on screen shortly.
Oh, yeah.
GG.
So yeah,
Wait, are we trying to SRM in the meantime?
I was just screwing around since I had seen the finish.
So yeah, we were just saying for a long time this seed looked worrying from Kariossa's side, as far as we could tell, because Cola, you got the hint in Barren Death Mountain Trail, saying that the long shot was waiting at the end of Shadow.
Yeah.
And Kariossa missed out on that one until much, much later. And it was probably another maybe 30 minutes before that hint showed up again at Lake Hylia.
I mean, it was interesting because the hint didn't really matter that much because you had Shadow Wave Hero anyways.
Yeah.
So you knew that it wasn't for the long shot in Shadow Temple, it was actually something else still in Shadow Temple.
Yes, but if you hadn't have seen the Way of the Hero Shadow, or like one or the other, do you think that perhaps if you hadn't seen the long shot hint, that maybe you would have bailed after getting Ruto's letter?
I
You
don't
just
think
knew
so.
It was Way of the Hero.
I just don't think so. You had no Pharaoh's Wind, and you're right at the end of Shadow Temple finding Naruto's letter. I don't think you bail.
That
But
gives
I gotta
me some
ask-
like peace.
I
To be
mean,
fair.
in saying that though, it was at the Gibdo room, the letter.
It
And
was.
Kariossa, you did bail after getting the long shot. You didn't fight Bongo Bongo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's scary if light arrows are on Bongo.
Yeah, but Pongo is long. Only one check, so.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
It's 1v1, so.
I kind of have to ask, like, what happened because, yeah, I routed skulls too much, but that's not 15 minutes.
There's one big thing that made all the difference in this race.
Yeah.
So Kariossa, Cola's strength 2 was the Lake Hylia one, after finding a scale deeper in fire.
Ooh.
Cola?
Alright.
Kariossa's strength 2 was the Gerudo Valley waterfall.
Oh, goddamn. That's the
That's
one check
I would say
didn't do.
of all things, we heard there was some discussion on that earlier today.
Yeah, I didn't do that check, and I also didn't do the toilet in the area. That's the 2 checks I skipped within the seed.
And they were the other strength and the light arrows.
Oh, it was light arrows as well.
It was light arrows in the toilet. But
Yeah.
it's really interesting because obviously the Lake Hylia Way of the Hero hint was one of the Temple of Time hint stones. And I think a little part of us is like, if you checked those first, perhaps when you'd gone, like, started your 3-song route, you would have gone via Gerudo Valley and then picked it up.
Oh yeah, it's quite likely. I would have gone from the Saria song location to Gerudo Valley to Lake Hylia. Could have happened, yeah.
I think one of the biggest things that was discussed the most here was the skull routing as well, because both of you picked up the Big Po bottle from Dead Hand. And then
But,
Yeah. I was
And-
just kinda out of ideas.
yeah, well, neither of you turned it in for quite a while, and Kariossa, you didn't turn it in at all in the end.
yeah, I don't
Excuse me.
need it.
And it was kind of interesting seeing that because we thought that might have been one of the things that kind of pushed you towards Gerudo Valley, was the skull there.
Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, the way it played out for you, Cola, I guess if you'd had the empty bottle instead, if that had been an empty bottle instead of a Big Po, do you think you would have been more likely to go towards Gerudo Valley for 2 skulls instead of just the 1?
I don't really think so.
Fair.
Like, if I get the bottle earlier, I would just get the same skulls I got anyways.
Fair.
I have a question for you, Kariossa. Why did you bail in spirit to go and do shadow? Because I had a theory, but the theory was kind of poo-pooed by some other people, and I want to double check.
For me, there was a great chance I found Ruto's letter in Shadow, and I wanted to do Child Spirit because I have already 4 key, and there was a chance the BK was in Child Spirit. A big chance, I guess. Could have been a scale too, for strength 3, for light, or something like that.
Nice. I think I was maybe like 50% right then, but that's
And I don't know if I found light arrow in Shadow, I could skip Spirit if BK was in Shine.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured. You'd be able to, like, if you found Rutos and lights, then you would be able to go mode spirit and not spend as much time. Do we know who you'll be facing now, Kariossa?
No, there is actually quite a wait.
There is a queue.
Yeah, well, we have back in losers bracket round 4, we have Neff versus Phoenix Feather, and Rosket Tyrant versus Keizo, where the winners will play. Winner of that then gets What the Hell, and then the winner of that will be Kariossa's next match. So,
Wow.
have quite a rest in front of you.
Yeah.
But that is so that's top 4 for you now, Kariossa. Guaranteed there.
Yes, actually.
And Cola, you are top 6 in this season.
Yeah, that's still very good. I'm very happy with that.
I mean, I think it's really, really good. Both of you played exceptionally well.
Yeah.
A
I think I
fabulous
played
race.
good, yeah.
Really,
Yeah, honestly.
really enjoyable.
There was nothing to fault on either side. It was just that decision of, do you go to Gerudo Valley or not? That was the big difference maker here.
That is just sometimes how random works out.
Rando got a rando!
Any final thoughts from any of us here or anyone in chat? Or anything we want to see from the spoiler log?
Mm,
I'd like to see where double magic is.
I would like to see where the second scale was.
yes.
Just a moment.
Oh god, the third bow as well, yeah, because the other bow had to be bow locked, didn't it?
Let's see if I can figure out where the hell I'm going.
Right, because that was the other thing that we had, was we saw the Lake Hylia way of the hero. And obviously you'd both seen strength in Lake Hylia. But
Yeah,
at
but
that
it
point...
didn't seem to be the strength.
No, I assume it was the bow.
Alright. Bows. Oh, how about that bow-locked bow at Adult Shooting Gallery, huh?
Oh yeah, that was good hint.
Yeah, you weren't getting the third bow, it was light trial.
Okay.
Yeah, that one wasn't happening. Second magic.
Oh, in Light Trail, you could get the strengths without a bow, except the one in Fire was bow locked, so that means the
Yeah.
other scale has to be bow locked.
First Poe in Forest was our second magic meter.
Oh, okay.
And our... the other scale was in the, Hey, am I reading that right?
Oh, it could be Light Trial, actually. It could be Strength 3 locked.
No, it's, looks like it's checkerboard room.
Oh, Forest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lot hiding in Forest. Far's Wind in there as well.
Yeah, this seed was really inconvenient without Pharaoh's Wind. You had no way of going child or adult really quickly. It was very annoying.
Well, with that, GG, Kariossa, moving on. Ola, thank you very much. Well done in this tournament.
Thank you.
I believe Sully mentioned the S4 grind starts now.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we are going to go raid the main ZSR2 here in a moment. We have a Link to the Past All Dungeons Restricted Major Glitches tournament match going on. We also, tonight on ZSR, have a Z2R, Zelda 2 rando tourney match. Tomorrow, we're going to have a Minish Cap rando match at 2 o'clock Eastern. And then later in the evening, a couple more Link to the Past All Dungeons tourney matches. Don't keep your eye on this one, folks. Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock UTC. Winners finals, Marco versus Bono. So
Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
that's going to be
Sounds
a
like it.
very good match.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get out of here, once again, our 2 runners, Kariossa, Cola, give them both the follow, please, as well as our 2 trackers for the day. 'Cause God knows we couldn't do this without them. Okay, that's definitely not what I put in, but whatever. Siberian and Star, thank you both very much for letting us do our jobs here on comms. And
Yeah.
my
the
fellow
hidden heroes.
my fellow commentators for the day, Yoshi and Millie, thank you both as well for joining me. I said we're going to go raid ZSR2, so show a little love over there. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a good night.
Have a good night, all.
Bye.
Night, guys.
See you around.